Good evening or night. It is like almost midnight. So, but I've been thinking because ever since it's been a few years, and I've had a dear time coping with the reputation that people want to um, put on me or create for me, and I'm just like, I was like, do I really need to be that for the area that I live in? And so we're on the word kill. Um, and so I eat meat. Um, I love eating meat. I do not like killing animals. I have went hunting in the past. I have put down animals, but I do not enjoy it and I don't like it. I'd rather go to the grocery store and buy the meat that's already prepackaged and call it good. Um, I don't even know if I really enjoy knowing where it's coming from. It's not because it's like gross, you know, um, because sometimes like sausages, if you know how they wrap sausage meat, it's really not bad. Um, yeah, you would think twice before you eat a sausage. But so the word kill, once you commit suicide enough, you come to the term that it just means go away. And so I'm just like sitting here and, picturing or, like, what if I was one of those animals? Because it's not like a job, because like if you are on a farm, like if I was like a cow or a chicken, that was raised to be butchered. You don't need to work. Everything's taken care of. You're fed a certain way. You're like, and in like the people who provide for you don't like interact with you too much. You like you have the freedom to um interact with people, you know. You don't need to work. You don't like you're enclosed. They take care of your temperatures outside. You like if it gets too cold, they move you inside until it warms up, and then you have the ability to stay inside or go outside. It's just um, it is that. And so I compared it to school because like once you get to school and you start your class, sometimes they offer you breakfast, and depending on where your social level is in school, determines on if you get free lunches or if your parents have to pay for your lunch. So if you like in poverty or a little slightly above poverty, you get free breakfast as a lunch. And then if your family makes more money, then you have to like they have to pay for it. And so it's kind of like the same as like a union, like you have to ask your parents for money to eat breakfast at school. Your parents are technically the union of the school, kind of thing. But if you don't make that much money, if your parents don't make that much money, then the government steps in. But you don't interact with the government, you don't see the government, you don't talk to the government, you don't do anything with the government. And typically, if you're that young, you don't know that the government even exists. You're like, oh, this is just the way of life. This is just how things are. So you come in to the school and you're like, do I want to eat breakfast? Do I want to hang out by the lockers? Do I want to go outside and play on the playground before I have to start my class? And then so you decide, but you know, like you have to attend classes. And you know, in May or June, because I live in the Midwest, so we have summer break. So we have 3 months off. I know there's other parts of the United States that run the school calendar a little bit different. But here we start in August, September, depending on, you know, the school district that you live in. And then we go all the way until May / June, depending on the school district. And then we have a few months off, and then we do it all over again. So, you know, at the end of the school year, you will move on. Depending, you know, you will move to the next grade. You can't change it, you can't alter it, you can't, it's just no child left behind got passed when I was little, which means you can get summer school, but if you're really that slow, they will still pass you. They're like, I'm sorry, you're failing all your classes. You're going to the next grade. And so, but for a job, you can stay there from August, September to May, June, or you can stay there until July, the next August, October, November, February, March, yeah, a few Junes. You can stay there as long as you choose to keep on showing up. It's different than school. School is you're there for this to this, and you can't change it. That's just how a grade works. And then once you hit so many grades, you go to a different school and you do it. And so it makes me feel like it goes back to the word kill. I believe in reincarnation. So I believe in once my lifespan is up, and it depends on, so my lifespan is like a job. How long I decide to want to work for this job is how long I'm going to stay alive. I can stay a few days, or I can stay a long time. I need to get more educated, you know, which means typically it's not a grade issue, it's a reading a book issue. Because you don't have to be in school to read a book, but you do need to learn how to read. So it's not grades, it's an education, it's a book problem. And so I'm just like, well, what if I pass away? Because, you know, things do happen, accidents do happen, you know, not everything's planned. And so I was like, what if I came back as a chicken? It's like school. I don't have to worry about it, you know, once I decide if I want to eat breakfast or hang out with people or go on the playground. I have to go to class. And then my whole entire day is I have to follow this plan. And if I don't follow the plan, the random people will come and find me. And they're like, you have to be in this classroom. You have to be in this room. You have to be here for a little while until my time is up. And then I go to a different classroom or time. And then depending on, I might go to a different class or I might go back to the other class. But either way, I have to be in this building until I hear a buzzer. And then I can go outside and get picked up or go on a school bus or walk home. It's like, so if I ever pass away and I come back as a chicken, it's the same. Because I don't have to worry about feeding myself, and I don't have to worry about taking care of myself. all I have to worry about is using my time while I have it until I hear that buzzer and I know it's time to move to the next grade. But in this case, it's to a different life. And so that's why the word kill isn't bad. It's not good to do. We should not kill. But if I'm a chicken, and I know I'm a chicken, and I know I'm here to feed the people who give me food, and I know one day when I get older and people need, because the people, the only way they are giving me food is because they eat us. I know when I hear that buzzer, it's time to close my eyes and hopefully open them into something else. And so it's just, it's not, being a chicken and having a job is different. Cows are the same, and bulls are the same. Pigs are the same. I'm thinking about some type of meat that needs a leader, because a leader gives people, gives things jobs. If we don't have a leader, then we don't need a job.